We have one operator that's moving back and forth. She'll be in the booth in a
I
second.
think it's on now.
Is it on now?
There you go.
Okay, all right, thanks. So, good morning, everybody. My name is Jan Perry, and I'm the General Manager of the Economic and Workforce Development Department for the City of Los Angeles and the Garcetti administration. Veterans are personally very important to me. My father had 3 brothers, and they are all World War, I guess all of them are gone now. But they were all World War II veterans, and my uncle, William in particular, was a Buffalo soldier. And, you know, I had the occasion this past summer to fly to northern Italy and meet Staff Sergeant Ivan J. Houston, who had also been a Buffalo soldier, to go back and visit the many locations where the Buffalo soldiers fought and in some cases died, protecting the people in the Tuscany region in northern Italy. And Mr. Houston is kind of a celebrity in that area because he said it was the first time that many of the northern Italians had seen African Americans, and that they had saved their lives, and they continued to discuss that and pass that information down to subsequent generations. But for these men, these Buffalo soldiers, that none of them would be there, and they are commemorated in the, I think it's the Florence American Cemetery, the mural on the wall, and are held in very high regard. So that, along with the work that I've been able to do over the past 12 years with Japanese American soldiers from the 442nd, also World War II veterans, has been very meaningful to me. So in taking the responsibilities of this job very seriously, I just have to say that we do owe all of you a debt of gratitude. And just want you to know that the City of Los Angeles, and in particular this department, is doing what we can to make sure that you are given your just recognition and opportunities to be employed with the skills that you acquired during your military service. So just a little bit about our department. We have about 175 people. One side is economic development, the other side is workforce. And I think it goes without saying that private business is, especially in Los Angeles, is the fuel that runs our engine. And it's those small, independently owned and operated startups, the ones where somebody has a good idea and chases it until it makes it real. Those are the things that I think really make Los Angeles kind of unique. The reason they're unique is because they're embedded in people's communities. They bring net new jobs, and they bring goods and services into communities where those things are really desperately needed. And because of small businesses, the birth, the growth, the expansion, and the retention, those are the things that make a community strive or survive or become sustainable over the long term. So part of our mission is to make sure that that happens. So some of you in here might be interested in starting small businesses. You might be entrepreneurs. You have a vision. You want to bring it into reality. And I think your local government can play a part in being a catalyst for that. We have 9 business source centers in the City of Los Angeles. Their mission is to help small businesses establish themselves, to be able to grow, and to remain competitive. So that's what they do. That's our only goal. They provide support for startup ventures, and they help launch businesses, and they provide support services ongoing. So, you know, once you start, you're not alone. You have a permanent friend in a business source center. And I'd like to extend a special invitation to all of you to take some time out and try to go visit one of the business source centers that are located in the City of Los Angeles. You're welcome to go to our website, which is the City of Los Angeles Economic and Workforce Development Department, and they're listed there. They provide the services that I think would be on point for you, like one-on-one consulting, so you get that customized approach, access to business capital, help you develop a business plan, to talk to you about hiring employees and workplace development, where to situate your business, how to market your business, what tax incentives are out there, what tax credits are out there for you, and even direct you with business courses, both in-house and at local community colleges. I mean, they've been so creative and so aggressive. I've seen a couple of courses with how to market your business on Instagram. Now, I never would have thought of that, but that's a pretty good one, I have to say. They also help with city licensing, inspections, and more. So I say all that just to say that we're wide open for small businesses who have their dreams and they want to make them a reality. And just to give you a little snapshot, we have about 325,000 businesses in the Los Angeles area. Just so you know, we have 9 business source centers, but that's not all we have. We also have 17 work source centers. So for those of you who are looking for employees, for those of you who need to get a job first before you start your small business, these 17 work source centers are spread throughout the city. And again, you can go on the website and get the location. We also have 16 youth source centers, again, spread throughout the city. Those are for people who are 16 to 24 years old. And then there are vets who are that young who are coming back and also need health, wraparound services, continue their education, just stabilize and then focus on getting that training. And all the services are free, and it's an extremely robust service. But we also have a veterans initiative at any one of our 17 work source centers. This provides free, personalized service, one-on-one career consultation with the planning that goes with it, the placement, and the on-the-job training. And the thing that's great about vets is they come with unique skills that you bring to the marketplace that usually people who haven't been in military service do not have. So our work source centers have relationships with the types of employers who are very keen on hiring vets. So this program is specifically designed to help vets secure employment. And we do this through our network of contacts, or what we call our community partners. So, if you want to go back to school, we can help with that too. We, through our programs, like at places like Southwest, Trade Tech, some of the community colleges, people we train are highly receptive to change. And I think that is probably an outgrowth of the type of service that you receive. And so we have employers who are very interested in people who are receptive to change and their ability to transition from a military service into a private sector work setting. And so we try to match people based on their area of skill and their various interests. So let me give you just one more, let me give you a few places to go online. EWDDLAcity.com. That's EWDDLAcity.com. And I think what I'll do is I will leave some business cards out on the front table.
Show me up.
Okay. Supposed to be prepared. They're all out. Okay. So, Los Angeles is in the process of, Los Angeles is always reinventing itself. I can't say, we're always changing. We're building out our public transit system. I mean, I don't know about you, but I never thought that I would even live long enough to see a light rail go down Exposition. And now it's almost ready to open from downtown all the way out to Santa Monica. And the excavation of the regional connector is about to begin. So at some point, you will be able to travel the depth and breadth of the city and not have a car. And I hope that for the Orange Line in the San Fernando Valley, they do a light rail, and then we have a northwest connector out there on Van Nuys Boulevard. Because when we establish these transportation systems, it spurs business hubs, places for people to work. And, it's already creating, you've probably heard or read about this Silicon Beach, which is clustered around Playa Vista, and of course, lots and lots of new businesses in and around downtown Los Angeles. TV and film production has come back, and in general, it brings economic growth. So, you wanted to talk a little bit about manufacturing jobs and gross output. Now, you know, California is ranked first in the United States in manufacturing jobs and the number of firms that we have here, because we have more than 30,000 of them in the state. Now, each job that's created or retained in manufacturing also creates at least 3 to 5 more supporting jobs in the economy. So that's why it's exciting, and I think my friend who walked me in here from Lancaster, you guys just got a big contract out there, didn't you? Was
Yes,
it Boeing?
Boeing,
Boeing.
yeah.
Yes, you're gonna have a lot of jobs coming into your area, so you won't have to keep driving down below like
Oh, great.
call us down here.
Get you all to drive up there, right?
Your driver's gonna be driving up there and trying to get those jobs. But manufacturing firms, in my opinion, have a much greater effect on our economy because they build and sustain, where you have a big contract like Boeing in a community and everybody's going to want to work there, and that particular contract, which may go for 20 years, you know, can really change the course of generations. So our manufacturing base here is diverse, and we're pretty competitive both in the lower technology manufacturing industries like food processing, fashion, and then in the higher technology like aerospace and analytical instruments, computers, and electronics. And one thing I'd love for you to keep your eye on is this 3D reprographics or digital manufacturing, because that may be the wave of the future. And I see early signs of it through the YWCA and the Digital Learning Academy, where they're taking people as young as in the 9th grade and teaching them in partnership with Xerox on how to prepare 3-dimensional advanced manufacturing with their machines. These kids are manufacturing all sorts of things. And what's interesting about this project is that if they stick with it and they stick with the company, they are, at the end of their formal education, given a job with Xerox. So they can have a career, a lifetime career. So biotech, medical device manufacturing, they reflect the growth in the healthcare industry, which continues to expand, particularly here in California, because we have a very large, aging baby boomer population. So that will be extremely and vitally important for years to come. And of course, aerospace. We have unique needs here and need for increased efficiency, and this industry provides a great ability to invest in newer materials and processes. So that's why, you know, when you hear about a contract like Boeing coming into a community like Lancaster, that's why it's kind of, no, it's not kind of exciting, it is exciting. And those folks are all going to be able to go to work. So you have to have access to all kinds of capabilities, technologies, and I think that's where we, again, the government, your local government can play a part. Now, a startup can turn into an incubator, and then you can have shared workspace. You all probably seen these things all over town called the creative office space, where you can go in and pay by the day, and you get phone, a place to work, a place to see clients, a place to make phone calls, and you don't have to spend all your money, you know, paying rent every single day. It's an interim cost-saving solution. So while you're in the midst of building your business, you know, you can have a place to sort of park yourself, but you know, you don't spend all your money on that. And then you take that startup and then you accelerate it, and then you make it a going concern or an established business. The latest data that we've been able to find suggests that veterans make up about 10% of all business owners in the United States. So that's 1 in 10 of these veterans operate more than one small business. So if you've been in the military, you've probably experienced having different roles and different tasks to perform, learn how to tackle a problem from various perspectives, and have initiative and discipline. Those are all the things that anybody would be lucky to have as they start a new business. So you're already ahead of the curve. These are extremely valuable skills for entrepreneurs. So I hope and encourage that you will pursue your small business goals, and that you'll continue to serve our country by being a job creator and boosting the economy of your local community. And I thank you very much for your time and for listening to me today. Thank you.